Among high-profile names, he is a rare survivor of Me Too allegations. TVO's Steve Paikin has been cleared of sexual misconduct allegations by a third-party investigator. Paikin is the longtime host of The Agenda. His accuser, former mayoral candidate Sarah Thompson, had claimed during lunch at a restaurant he inappropriately asked her for sex in exchange to be on his show when she was running for mayor in 2010, and that when she refused, he blocked her from appearing, hurting her campaign. But the investigator found the lunch took place after she dropped out of the mayoralty race, and not only did Paikin not block her, she appeared on the show after that lunch in 2011. And while the investigator concluded Thompson genuinely believes her allegations, her evidence veered to being, quote, exaggerated and untrue. The investigator also had concerns Thompson was reaching out to potential witnesses to get their support. And the one witness at the lunch was deemed to have given inconsistent evidence and said, in fact, to the investigator that Paikin never made those comments. Steve Paikin put out a tweet after the report was made public saying, while the last 11 weeks have been pretty difficult, I'm relieved to read this report. My deepest thanks to all who believed me. Now, Thompson also put out a tweet along with an email. She says that the witness to the lunch wrote, backing up her claims. However, the investigator found that that email was unreliable. Her lawyer told me on the phone today that this investigation was paid for by TVO, and in a statement, TVO said this investigation is now closed. And joining me is Farah Khan, who you are an advocate for women's rights and against violence against women. What do you make of this, and will this hurt the Me Too campaign?
I think this is one case in a long conversation that's been happening for decades around sexual harassment in the workplace and sexual violence in all community spaces. So this is an opportunity to say, okay, we want businesses to take this seriously. We want them to follow through. We want them to have a reporting process, and not only that, a process to how to adjudicate it. So this is not a blow to the movement. This is actually seeing something we've been asking for, which is we need you to respond, and we need you to respond effectively.
And to listen.
Yeah, and listen.
Rather than dismissing.
Yeah, because so many times when people go to their HR departments, the HR can be like, is it a formal or formal complaint? Oh, we can't really do anything about this. So what we did see is them take this seriously, which is what we want, and then them follow through with the reporting process. So that is what is important in this, right? We want people to be heard and listened to.
What about the I Believe Her campaign?
Like we believe survivors?
We believe survivors. Should we unilaterally 100% always believe them?
I don't think that's what the campaign is about. The campaign is actually this idea of pushing back on the consistent idea that women are liars, that somehow survivors are only going after people or saying that something's happened to them for money or for fame. Because let me tell you, nobody gets fame or money really from saying that they were sexually assaulted. Usually they get is shame and blame and fear. And what we want people to do is actually not go to that quick place, which a lot of us do when someone says this high profile person has harmed us. We go to a place of saying, well, they can't, they're a really nice guy. Or in Cosby's case, you know, we just saw he was everybody's dad, TV dad, right? So I think this is actually an opportunity that campaign is really an opportunity to kind of push back on the mythology of the idea that women are liars, that survivors, that sexual assault isn't that prevalent. So I think that's what we're hoping to. And when we start listening, people start telling us the story.
Farah Khan, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.